Fox 10 News starts now with breaking news.
Welcome in. This morning we're following breaking news out of Mississippi where one person is dead following a shooting at Ingalls Shipbuilding. Fox 10 News reporter Stephen Moody is live this morning with the latest. He's been there all morning long. And Stephen, what can you tell us so far?
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. We've been on scene for about an hour and a half now, and right now we were told to actually move back from where we were during our 10 o'clock hour of Studio 10. We're now here in the parking lot of the HR department awaiting further instruction, but that scene is now clear near where we were, but that was not the case just a few hours ago. Now take a look. This is video from our sister station WLOX. Officials say that shooting happened this morning just after 7:30. According to police, a suspect is in custody, but they haven't released any names yet. There's also no word on what may have led up to that shooting. Now, once again, one person is dead following a shooting here this morning at Ingalls Shipbuilding, and we're still awaiting word on who that suspect is that they have in custody and what may have led up to that right now. So at this point, if you can avoid this area, I say please do. The workers here, they've steadily been leaving the area, steadily been leaving the parking lot. We were told by one woman who was driving past us that they told them to stay down, but everyone in there was okay. Now we're still waiting, like I said before, on any more information that we can get from this scene, and when we do, we'll be able to bring that to you on air, of course, and online at fox10tv.com. But for now, we're reporting live here this morning here at Ingalls Shipbuilding. Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
Stephen, thanks for the update there. The time is 11:01 and a celebration of life is happening for the victims in the Daphne murder-suicide. Right now, you're taking a live look at First Baptist Church in Bay Minette, where that ceremony is going on as we speak. Laricka Gaines Smith and her two children, Christian and Kensley, were found shot to death inside their home just over a week ago. Investigators say their father, Kenneth Smith, took his own life after killing them. Hundreds, as you can see, that parking lot is packed. Today are gathering to support the family through this heartbreaking loss. And coming up on Fox 10 News at 5, our Shelby Myers will have full coverage of this morning's funeral service. We want to turn now to a first look at your weather forecast with meteorologist Nicholas Herboso. Nick, Big Friday kickoff is tonight. Lots ahead. What are those conditions looking like for our big games?
Well, we're going to really have to pay attention to things. We did have some showers and thunderstorms around for last night's games, and as we look at the forecast today, I think that is another chance. So we will be keeping you updated on this for sure. I want to tell you the current situation. It's 87 degrees right now in Evergreen, 85 in Mobile, and 88 in Pensacola. We are mostly clear. However, maybe a couple showers popping up right on the immediate coast. We'll take a look at some radar later on. Temperatures right now, upper 80s, 88 degrees in Grove Hill, middle 80s, 83 in Monroeville, 87 in Evergreen. There's 86 in Bay Minette and 86 in Fairhope. Your forecast this afternoon, it's really not crazy. It tops out right around 90 degrees or 88, 89. So there's your forecast. And one of the reasons these numbers are lower, it's because we're going to have a higher coverage of showers and thunderstorms. This is going to be still a hot day, but that shower and storm coverage will prevent us from soaring up into well above the triple digits in terms of heat index. Here is that heat index forecast for today, right around 100 degrees for many areas, right around 99 degrees for many areas. Your futurecast is active. Even at 2 and 3 p.m., numerous showers and thunderstorms expected, mainly along Interstate 10. You're going to want to keep track of it with the Fox 10 weather app. That is a great tool with the radar function. By 5 o'clock, we still have showers and thunderstorms going on. 7 o'clock, which is kickoff time for the Gulf Coast, you can see that we'll have some leftover rain, likely in spots. This will be fading, and then by 8, 9 o'clock, we should be doing a lot better. So kind of similar to what we saw yesterday, where we'll see the showers fading through games, and then by overnight, it's a mostly clear picture, only a couple of showers. So that's the big deal for today. It's going to be a hot day ahead, but not oppressively hot. Afternoon showers and thunderstorms are likely, and we're going to want to pay attention to that. I'll have your football forecast, and not only that, a detailed look at the tropics that is going to be coming up a little later on this morning here on Midday. A lot to talk about on our Friday.
All right, Nick, thank you. And national news now, tragedy striking a Colorado dairy farm. 6 people, including a high school student, all found dead inside a facility in Keensburg. Deputies say there's no sign of foul play, but investigators are now focusing on whether toxic gases played a role. The heartbreaking loss has left the small farming community in shock as officials work to piece together what happened. And after a deadly crash in Florida, the State Department is pausing all employment visas for foreign truck drivers. Officials are also taking a closer look at all visa holders. As Fox's Rebecca Castor reports, it's just the latest moves in the Trump administration's immigration crackdown.
28-year-old Harjinder Singh arriving in Florida Thursday night to face vehicular homicide charges. He's an illegal immigrant from India, accused of causing a horrific crash by making an illegal U-turn and colliding with a minivan, killing 3 people.
3 innocent lives were shortened because of somebody who illegally crossed the border in 2018, came from California, driving a big rig. There has to be accountability.
Singh obtained a commercial driver's license in 2 states, Washington and California, even though investigators say he failed English fluency and road sign tests.
It seems like that should be a minimal requirement for driving commercial trucking in this country, that you know what the road signs say, know what they mean, and can understand them, because public safety comes first.
Following this crash, the Trump administration is now pausing new work visas for commercial truck drivers. But their crackdown is hitting other roadblocks. A federal judge is shutting down the Florida Migrant Detention Center known as Alligator Alcatraz over environmental concerns.
This place needs to be completely shut down. Because people are not being treated fairly.
But Florida's governor says the state will appeal.
It's not going to stop our resolve. We're going to continue to do what we need to do to help the Trump administration remove illegal aliens from our country.
The Trump administration is also reviewing all U.S. visa holders, more than 55 million people, for any violations that would warrant deportation or having their visas revoked. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Also this morning, the FBI searching the offices of former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton. The search is part of an investigation into the handling of classified documents. Bolton's Bethesda, Maryland home was also raided by the FBI. Now, the former National Security Advisor was not detained and has not been charged with any crimes. But messages left with a spokesperson for Bolton and the White House were not immediately returned, and a lawyer who has represented Bolton had no immediate comment. Well, to try and meet the Trump administration's deportation goals, Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials are ramping up training, looking to recruit thousands of more officers by the end of the year. President Trump signed what was dubbed as the Big Beautiful Bill into law back in July, which included about $170 billion spread out over 5 years to bolster border security and immigration enforcement efforts. More than $76 billion in new money is set to go to ICE, about 10 times more than the agency's current annual budget. About $30 billion of that money is allotted for new ICE staff as well. Officials say they currently have roughly 6,500 deportation officers, but are looking to hire 10,000 more by the end of the year to track down, arrest, and remove people federal officials say no longer have a right to be in the country.
So you could see in a foot chase going over a neighborhood fence, you could see having to crawl through the piping. You do want to make sure that when the recruits leave here, they're actually physically capable to do the jobs and the tasks they may have to do with the field.
The Trump administration maintains its goal is to deport at least 1 million undocumented people every year. Well, meanwhile, Vladimir Putin is stepping up his attacks on civilian targets in Ukraine, and now President Trump is calling on the Ukrainians to take the fight to Russia. The fighting is only intensifying on the front lines in Ukraine as President Trump continues his push for peace. But on Thursday, after another night of deadly Russian airstrikes, the president suggested a new tactic, helping the Ukrainians hit Russian targets on Russian soil. He wrote on social media, quote, "It is very hard, if not impossible, to win a war without attacking an invader's country," and compared the situation to a sports team with great defense but no offense.
I'd rather have them have a meeting and see how they can do. But in the meantime, they continue to fight and they continue to kill people, which is very stupid.
And President Trump has been trying to arrange a meeting between Presidents Putin and Zelensky, but the Kremlin says it's still not clear if that will ever happen. Well, UN officials reacting to the official declaration of famine in Gaza City now. The world's leading authority on food crises says the problem is likely to spread across the territory without a ceasefire or an end to restrictions on humanitarian aid.
Enough. Ceasefire. Open the crossings, north and south, all of them. Let us get food and other supplies in, unimpeded, and at the massive scale required.
But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called reports of starvation, quote, lies promoted by Hamas. Still, at times during the 22-month war, Israel has allowed more humanitarian aid in the region. But the UN says what is entering is far below what's needed. Palestinians are forced to make a dangerous journey that takes them through Israeli military lines to get that aid. Well, still ahead on Fox 10 midday, Mobile Mayor Sandy Stimpson releasing the 2026 budget proposal. We're breaking down those numbers for you. But before we go, let's check in with Nick. I know you have our football forecast later on.
Yeah, that's going to be something we're talking about. Also talking about the tropics with multiple things that we are dealing with. And it's not all. We're also talking about the heat. Take a look at this. Your forecast heat index this afternoon getting up to around 100 degrees before the thunderstorms arrive. So a lot of things that we're tracking. I'll have all the details on that coming up on the other side of the break.
Welcome back into Fox 10 midday on your Friday. Outgoing Mobile Mayor Stimpson's final budget contains millions of dollars for public safety. Those millions are slated for additional security cameras and equipment, plus $800,000 to help pay for electronic monitoring of criminal defendants out on bond. There's also $2.6 million to pay for hiring 24 new police officers and 9 fire and rescue workers. Mayor Stimpson says boosting the police force is possible because of strong recruiting and retention made possible by those recent pay raises.
The next mayor will be able to be more selective in who they're choosing, to fill the ranks, and that's where you want to be. You don't want to just have to take, what comes in the door. And we've been doing some very focused recruiting.
And we've got a more detailed breakdown on our website, fox10tv.com. Well, your voice, your vote. Are you ready for our local election day on Tuesday? We have all the local sample ballots on our website, again, fox10tv.com. Sarah Wall is taking a look at the different races, what officials are doing to prepare for Election Day, why it's so important for you to cast your ballot, and how you can make sure you know where and when to vote. In Depth, Preparing for Election Day is now available on the Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app. And of course, you can watch it in depth live every weekday starting at 9 a.m.
It's Friday, and looking down at the beach, we have calm surf out there. This is a look at Pensacola Beach, where we do have some showers that are developing along the immediate coast here around midday, but it does look good, though. I mean, you can see that's really nice. Lots of sunshine out there. If you're planning to head to the beach this weekend, that forecast does not look bad. Let's talk about what we're tracking here. It is going to be a hot day ahead, but thanks to afternoon showers and thunderstorms, the heat levels are not going to get super crazy. We have your football forecast coming up, which does include the chance of showers and thunderstorms, especially towards the beginning of games. We're going to want to pay attention to it. Let's get to the details. Let's start with today's forecast. The afternoon, peak heating of the day. Around 2 p.m., 3 p.m., we're sitting in the upper 80s with heat index values that'll be around the upper 90s to 100 degrees. 100 Fairhope, 99 in Mobile, 100 down at the beach in Gulf Shores and Navarre. Again, at the beach, there's a low risk of rip currents today and over the next couple of days. Good news there. The water will provide some relief. You can see some low to mid 90s in our inland spots. We will have those showers and thunderstorms around. So the peak of the heat comes right before the thunderstorms. Once we get to that 3-4 p.m. time frame when we start to see these storms developing, those heat levels will come down pretty significantly. Where are the thunderstorms going to be? Well, it's hard to tell exactly where. This forecast model gives us an idea of the coverage, though. This is 1 p.m. today. Friday. Notice showers and thunderstorms developing. This model says northwest Florida, but they could be anywhere. But I do lean a little more towards along Interstate 10. So as we go through the afternoon, that after school pickup time, you will probably need the rain gear for some spots. It's not going to be raining everywhere, but for some spots, yes, by around 3 p.m. Then here's 5 o'clock. So we're starting to prepare for evening football plans, and you can see that there are still some thunderstorms around. These thunderstorms will produce lightning, so keep that in mind. Then we go through 7 o'clock. Here we go with more showers and thunderstorms, but they are fading at this point. And by the time we get towards football games, a lot of these showers will be winding down, raining themselves out. Then it's clearer in the next hour or so. By 8, 9 o'clock, we should be doing better. We do still have some inland showers showing up on the Futurecast model for the later hours, and we'll have to watch that. Again, radar trends will be the best thing for us to monitor. We will keep you updated all afternoon and all evening. Myself and meteorologist Jason Smith. All right, let's talk about football forecasts for some of these locations. Escambia County, Choctawhatchee here going down to Florida, and then Mary G. Montgomery. You can see scattered showers and thunderstorms. If it's not raining, it will probably be mostly cloudy where you are. Temperatures at kickoff will be around 80 degrees. Some places may be hotter if you have not received any rain just yet. 82 degrees there at Orange Beach with mostly cloudy conditions. Reminder, app is the best thing to use today. It has lightning alerts, rainfall alerts. You can keep track of it all in the palm of your hand. All right, let's get a quick update on the tropics. 90-mile-per-hour Hurricane Erin that's racing out to sea at this point. Take a look at that forecast track. There it goes, way out to sea, all the way out to Europe at that point. By the time we get towards next week, all these other disturbances are no worries to us. Even this one, no worries at this time. The model's not super aggressive with that one. This one's going to turn out to sea, and there's one that's not going to develop. So we are good in the tropics over the next 7 to 10 days. Looking at your long-range forecast, some lower numbers here in the long-range forecast with highs in the upper 80s and some drier air that works in here by the middle of next week. Maybe something to look forward to, not necessarily a fall feel, but something where it might feel a little better summertime weather for us by the middle of next week.
And now to this day in history. On August 22nd, 2003, Alabama Chief Justice Roy Moore was suspended after refusing a federal order to remove his Ten Commandments monument from the state judicial building. Weeks later, federal marshals hauled the monument out, a move that cost Moore his seat and ignited a national debate. Well, coming up, Cracker Barrel is serving up a brand new logo, but for some longtime fans, it's tough to accept. Still, why the CEO says the change is necessary straight ahead. You're watching Fox 10 Midday. Happy Friday. Okay, Cracker Barrel has unveiled a new logo, but not everybody is happy about it. Fox Business correspondent Jeff Flock is in New Jersey with the story.
Some say Cracker Barrel occupies a unique niche in American chain restaurants, down-home cooking and a cozy place to eat it. But profits of the company have been declining for the past 4 or 5 years, and so the company thought it needed to do a rebrand and a freshening of its restaurants. They started with that logo back there over my shoulder. Well, they got rid of the old man there sitting on the chair leaning up against the Cracker Barrel. Replaced it with just text, which is the way it was back in 1969 when the company started. But people not too happy about change when it comes to Cracker Barrel. What they liked was that old cozy environment. Farm implements on the wall, tools, old signs, dark walls. Now, the new Cracker Barrel, more like a new farmhouse. Bright white walls with the memorabilia still there, but better organized maybe. Lighting better, and booths to sit in. But a lot of Cracker Barrel fans have taken to social media to say we don't want something new and ask the question if Cracker Barrel has gone woke. The chief marketing officer of the company said, hey, wait a minute. We're not going woke. Don't worry, she said. We still have the rocking chairs, the golf tee games on the tables, the farm implements and signs on the walls, the fireplaces. Nothing really has changed at Cracker Barrel, except you got a nice, more updated, fresher, brighter place to eat your food.
We've been very transparent about our goal of making our stores feel brighter and even more welcoming than they already are, while maintaining that country hospitality and charm that we're known for.
The company says that the things people love about Cracker Barrel haven't changed, but there have been some changes to the menu. Some added items, including one that caught my eye, something called butter pecan French toast bake with vanilla custard, soaked bread, and cheesecake filling. Nobody's complained about that one yet. In Mount Laurel, New Jersey, I'm Jeff Flock with a
Some of those options sound pretty good. Well, straight ahead, we have multiple food recalls to warn you about. Stay close for that story. Plus, Vanessa Pacheco is at the Kiln Studio and Gallery. Find out what she's creating in this morning's edition of Very Vanessa. But before we go, let's toss it over to Nick.
And a reminder that the Fox 10 weather app is going to be your best friend today because we're going to have showers and thunderstorms that develop. So download the radar on the app. It's going to be a useful tool. We're having a look at your football forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Need a mug for your coffee or tea? What about if you make one yourself? Yeah, Vanessa's in Fairhope taking a class at the Kiln Studio and Gallery. Let's see how it's going.
Oh, we are making a mess here at the Kiln Studio and Gallery, but it's a beautiful mess, you guys.
Definitely.
We are making a mug. We've already started forming it. I've already started placing some stamps. What's next, Megan?
All right, so once we're all done with our stamps, if you have one more to go or so.
Let's see, right here.
Our next move would be to take our hand, put it in there, make a fist, hold, twist, and pull that out. Is it working?
Oh, okay.
Yes, good. So take out your paper.
Okay.
And because we need to attach our handle. So again, just like when we attached our clay together, we have to score this handle, okay? And then you are going to score like here and there. So you get
top
that all
and bottom?
scratched
This
up.
is top and bottom?
Because this will be the top, this will be the bottom. Just
Now,
like
Megan,
that.
while I do this, we're taking a hand building class here, but you also offer other classes here, right?
I do. So we offer wheel throwing classes throughout the week. That's perfect.
Thank you.
And hand building. We are also adding a new animal sculpting class starting at the end of September. So that one's going to be posted on our website as well. So if you want to learn to sculpt a rat or a pelican or a turtle, I'm your girl.
I still need to take 101 classes before I get there. Okay.
Perfect. So now we need to add our slip and set that down on the table here. And you put your hand in and you're going to smushy smush. And then put your hand in there and you need to smush that on there.
Okay, so how do I just press my,
but put your hand in there to support the back so we don't cave it in. Good.
Megan.
And really push it on.
For anyone, is that okay?
Yeah.
Help me out.
All right, a little bit more.
Yeah.
You need to be a little more aggressive.
For anyone else that wants to take one of your classes, learn more about the Kiln Studio and Gallery, where can they go?
Yeah, so they can go to our Facebook, our Instagram, the Kiln Studio and Gallery. We also have a website, www.thekilnstudio.com.
Thank you so much, Megan. Okay, so what's next after this?
All right, so after this, it'll dry a little. I will clean up the lip and the little things, and then we will pick a glaze color. I will bisque fire it, then I will glaze fire it to 2,300 degrees, and then you're ready to have it.
All right, Megan, thank you so much, you guys. We are going to continue enjoying this class here, but we're going to toss it over to the studio. How cute is this? I can't wait to add color to it.
Well, it's a big day here on the Gulf Coast. The 2025 high school football season is officially underway, kicking off with the California Dreaming Bowl between Spanish Fort and Fairhope. This is the 6th year in a row these two teams have gone head-to-head to start the season. Defense was the name of the game early as both offenses struggled to find their footing. The Toros took a 3-0 lead into halftime before finally getting the ball into the end zone on a scoop and score in the third quarter. Spanish Fort's Juju Bonner finished the game with 2 touchdowns on the ground to lead the Toros to a 27-7 win over the Pirates. And taking a look at some of the other scores from last night, Citronelle takes down Millreed 35-0 in a clash between 2 Wildcats. And the Flomaton Hurricanes knock off the Clark County Bulldogs by a final score of 17-0. And as part of our big Friday kickoff coverage, Nicholas Herboso will be live from UMS Wright starting at 3 o'clock today. And Fox 10's Emily Cochran will join him at 4. We'll be previewing the night's biggest games, have a live interview with UMS first-year head coach Sam Williams and seniors David Lott and Kaplan Reed. Of course, the band and the cheerleaders will be there with us as well. Fox 10's Dacian Smith will be covering our game of the week, which is Saraland at Jackson. And of course, Hustle and Hal Sheriff will be covering Bayside Academy at St. Michael. Then at 5 p.m., we have our game of the week extended preview, halftime score updates, a live look into our game of the week, and then we'll have your highlights tonight after the late news. And remember, we'll be streaming the news because of college volleyball.
It is a big day for us here. There's a live look at Fairhope. We're going to be monitoring the conditions really closely. That Fairhope Spanish Fort game last night, I was there and there was some rain out there. So it was a tough start to the game with all the rain, but eventually that rain started to fade away. Now time for that all-in credit union tailgate weather forecast here. Yes, there's going to be scattered showers and thunderstorms, but they're probably going to be fading as we go into kickoff time here. So here's 7 p.m. kickoff time. Scattered thunderstorms around. Check the radar. That's going to be your best bet. And then light showers as we get to 8 and 9 p.m. Big Friday kickoff today. As we mentioned, UMS Wright St. Paul's. And our temperature at kickoff time, we're probably going to be under some cloud cover at that point, because we'll be close to 80 degrees. Halftime, still a few showers possible. And then at the end of the game, we're going to be wrapping that up with mostly cloudy conditions, maybe a shower or two, temperatures in the 70s. So I would have the rain gear for this game. Remember, we're going to be out there ahead of the game. Our game of the week as well. This is up in Jackson. You're going to want to have the rain gear just in case. Saraland Spartans taking on the Jackson Aggies, 80 degrees for kickoff time. A lower rain chances in the modeling here, but still have it just in case. I want to be safe here with this stuff, mostly cloudy conditions. Football forecast for Bayside. St. Michael, 80, dropping to 77 here. You can see a few showers will be possible. Other games across the area, we will have some showers and thunderstorms around for some of these games. Taking a look at it here, Theodore Baker, 79 degrees, 80 isolated thunderstorms around, and 79 mostly cloudy. Another look at Chickasaw, Mobile Christian, 79 degrees for your kickoff temperature, 79 degrees in Mobile for BC Rain. Then you can see St. Luke's at 79, 81 in Washington County at Chatham for that one. Right now, we are in the upper 80s, so temperatures are going to be lower than they are now for kickoff time. We do have some showers around. I want to go to live radar real quick where you can see one shower. We're pretty much right along Interstate 10 near Milton. A couple showers near Pensacola right now, Perdido Key, and even some lightning with these. And then near Gulf Shores, we do have one shower, or thunder shower really, because we do have some lightning that is popping with that. We're going to be tracking this throughout the afternoon. Check in with us later to see the live radar updates, and you can also check in on the app. But 3 p.m. on Friday, we have those scattered thunderstorms along Interstate 10. By 5 o'clock, here we go with continuing showers and thunderstorms. Notice a lot of them start to fade by around 7 o'clock. So that is good news. We do still have some inland showers, 7, 8 o'clock. So we're going to have to watch this closely. 9 o'clock, here's some inland storms. We're going to be watching that, of course, to see if that has impacts. Then as we go to the overnight, you can see it becomes a little bit more quiet. Here's a look at your 7-day outlook. I do want to talk about some things that are in the long-range forecast. So we have higher rain chances over the next couple of days, Friday, Saturday. Then in fact, this Saturday rain chance, some forecast models are a little drier than 50%, so keep that in mind. Sunday, we drop it. 30%. And then we're going to have some drier air that slowly starts to work in here. Monday's still going to be a very hot day. Tuesday's going to be hot. It's Wednesday when finally some of that drier air works in here and it starts to feel a little bit better. Wednesday, Thursday, high temperatures in the upper 80s. This is not fall air, not even close to it, but it is going to be a temperature change where we are not as humid as we have been. Look at the morning temperatures dropping into the 60s here at the end of next week. So some good news there. Of course, we'll keep you updated on those football forecast outlooks throughout the day.
All right, Nick, thank you. The time 11:36 now, and on the Fox 10 Gulf Stream, scams are on the rise all across the Gulf Coast, and you need to know what's coming your way. Sarah Wall is breaking down the latest tricks from bank fraud to online gambling schemes targeting our seniors and how to protect yourself if you think you've been a victim. She's also highlighting another Fox 10 safety alert that might surprise you. You want to check your freezer. Yes, again. In-depth watching out for scams is available on the Fox 10 TV Gulfstream app. You can watch it live weekdays again at 9 a.m. An unlikely partnership to build AI tech, shoppers continue to look for discounts. Chili's rewards its success, and tourism is slumping in Sin City. Fox's CJ Papa has today's business headlines.
Tech rivals are teaming up. The Information reporting Google has a 6-year cloud computing deal with Meta Platforms. The partnership is said to be worth more than $10 billion. The companies are competitors in artificial intelligence. Meta will use Google Cloud's servers, storage, networking, and other servers. Shoppers are looking for bargains, and that helped discount chain Ross Stores. Its sales rose in the recent quarter, and its earnings topped expectations. Ross is standing by its forecast for the year.
With credit card balances coming down, incomes coming up, I think the consumer's in okay shape. I think they're just a little bit more concerned and more picky about the way they spend their money.
Chili's is paying fat bonuses to its corporate staff after record sales. The Wall Street Journal says the company is handing out the record payments after its highest sales and profit since the company went public in 1984. No dice. It wasn't a blockbuster summer for Las Vegas. Resorts and convention centers seeing fewer visitors compared to last year, especially from abroad, due in part to inflationary pressures. The city welcomed just under 3.1 million tourists in June, an 11% drop compared to the same time in 2024. Hotels flipping on their vacancy signs. Occupancy fell by about 15%. CJ Papa, Fox News.
And listen to this now. Meat producer Sabrositos Hondureños is recalling roughly 32,000 pounds of meat. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says the meat products have false USDA marks of inspection. The agency warning consumers that any meat product with a false establishment number, EST 1785, should be considered misbranded and unsafe to eat. They were produced before August 20th and shipped across the nation. There are no confirmed reports of adverse reactions, though, due to consuming the recalled meat. Still, uninspected food products may contain undeclared allergens, harmful bacteria, or other contaminants that present health and safety risks. It should be thrown away or returned. Something else to warn you about, it's time to check your freezers again because there's been another recall of these bagged frozen shrimp. According to the FDA, the shrimp manufactured by Southwind Foods is being recalled because of possible radioactive contamination. They were sold under several brand names at multiple retailers in 9 states, yes, including Alabama. The shrimp was sold between July 17th and August 8th. So, of course, you should either throw it out or return it to the store for a full refund. So far, no illnesses have been reported, but this comes just days after Walmart's Great Value brand bagged frozen shrimp was recalled for the same reason. You can find more information about the recalls on the FDA's website. Well, Mitsubishi is also issuing a recall this morning for more than 90,000 of its vehicles. The recall is due to a problem with the liftgate gas spring cylinders that can cause the liftgate to fall unexpectedly. Dealerships can replace the springs for free. The recall applies to Outlanders made between 2014 and 2020, as well as Outlander hybrids produced between 2018 and 2022. You can check your VIN number to see if your car has been recalled on the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's website. Well, still ahead, dogs are out surfing in Hawaii. We have that fun video for you. Plus, adults are starting to order kids' meals. We discuss the reasons for this in your Midday Talkers next. Thanks for watching Fox 10 Midday. Stay close.
Fox 10 Storm Tracker weather.
All right, surf's up.
More than 25 dogs joined their owners in the Ocean Fest surfer competition in Hawaii.
Okay, some pets rode the waves alone, others even rode tandem.
This was the 10th year of this competition. Look at them
they're so sweet. Teams competed for a year's supply of Raising Canes and other prizes. That's incredible.
I heard about this. The prize. Oh, that's gonna chair.
Look at this. Wait, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, he's down.
Oh.
goodness. That is
They're
wild.
sweet. That's a sweet little pup right there.
Oh my goodness.
There's no way my
Why don't
dog
we
would
do
be able
this
to
here?
balance on this kind of board. This
We
is the sweetest thing I've ever seen.
We should do this here. We could give him canes.
I don't think my dog could do this though.
My dog.
Like my dog cannot balance.
My
or
dog
anything.
would
Like,
not
look
be
at,
happy.
I'm impressed. That's some skill. And honestly, raising canes as a full year.
Oh, I am so entertained by
phenomenal.
this. Okay, cool.
Aw, a sweet little video for your Friday. Well, your zodiac sign can help you find a love match and know when to search for a new job, I guess.
Okay, but now it can also, this is not it, help you decide what to stream.
What? Netflix is now offering show and movie recommendations based on your zodiac sign.
Okay, the new astrology hub called Your Zodiac Watch List. It launched Thursday.
And the row of curated titles matches the vibes of your corresponding zodiac sign.
Okay, here's a sample. Netflix recommends those born under the Aquarius sign should binge Stranger Things, Resident Alien, and Venom, The Last Dance.
Interesting. The collections will start organically appearing on your Netflix profile this weekend. Do you know your zodiac sign? I'm not.
Pisces.
Okay, so if this is based on the month you were born.
Yes,
right?
and the date.
I was born, I'm not gonna share the date. I was born in April, so.
I don't know. Anybody?
Anyone
No?
know?
What is it?
Braden, our producer, do you know?
What is it? April. It depends on, also I think it depends on what day in April. No clue.
Interesting.
Okay,
Our
well.
producer, director, they're saying no clue. I have some friends that are really interested in this as well, so I wonder if they've heard about that. Kind of cool. But I know that with every zodiac sign comes, what, different characteristics?
Yes. That you should be able to take a personality test and then get recommendations from your personality test.
Cool.
That's
All right, I'm going to do that after the show. Keep you updated. Well, a new survey shows why lots of adults order from the kids menu for themselves when eating out.
A survey conducted by Lightspeed Commerce providing sale info in the hospitality business says that 44% of adults say that they order from the children's menu for a few reasons.
All right, yeah, they want to save money and they're going for smaller portions.
Restaurant dining has become more costly, and the Consumer Price Index shows dining meals up about 4% over the last year.
Lightspeed says that choosing a children's menu can just be a smarter option beyond that of the nostalgia. I do this all the time.
Yeah, I do not.
You've never ordered from the kids' meal as an adult?
No, absolutely not, actually.
Wait, why
but
not?
that's because also I eat.
Okay, true. But I will say, disclaimer, when I'm ordering from the kids' menu, I always say, hey, you know, I'm not a kid. I'm obviously older than 12, 14, whatnot, especially if they have a menu preference. And they're usually nice about it, and they're like, hey, totally understandable.
Now, some dollar menu stuff, that is smart. So, which
That's
it's not
where
a
it's
dollar
at.
menu now, but you
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah.
still, that's something if you want something small. And also, Wendy's is the go-to place because they have their like when they had their 4 for $4, that was brilliant. It was a little bit smaller
Right.
portions there.
Right.
And then you have, what is it, their $5 bag now? I don't know.
Oh, you're caught
But
up.
so it's kind of similar.
Right.
Similar thing, but
Yeah, and
maybe
sometimes you just want a
more.
little snack, you know what I mean? Just a little meal, and so I think that's why kids' meals have been a go-to, but it would be cool if more restaurants had smaller portion
If I ever
opportunities.
like am going to McDonald's and I just want something small, I will probably just get myself a fries. Fries and a
Respectable.
drink. And a very large Diet Dr. Pepper. Or
I
something
love
like
that. Very large, extra large. Well, the time 11:48 now. Where are we looking, Nick?
That looks like Dauphin Island there. We're going to be watching the coast for some showers. We'll have that at 3 to know before you go. All of that stuff on the other side.
All right, bat cuddles, yeah, it's a thing, evidently. A new study suggests that the world's largest species of carnivorous bat is a bit of a hugger. Jeremy Roth explains in today's Take a Look at This.
A new study suggests that the world's largest carnivorous bat may be a bit of a softie, even doling out group hugs in social settings. The study, published in the journal PLOS ONE, saw researchers use motion-detecting cameras to observe a roost of spectral bats over 3 months. They were surprised to observe the bats displaying warm social interactions, such as greeting family members, sharing food, playing, and even wrapping their wings around each other in seeming displays of affection. They even observed so-called cuddle balls, where several bats would form a group hug of sorts. Stop. So cute. I mean, you know, for bats. Ugh. Scientists aren't yet sure what the affectionate social cues mean exactly, but suggested in a Journal Science interview that despite being fearsome predators, these complex, intelligent creatures are capable of being very gentle. Aw, big hug! Hey, you know who deserves a big hug? Or at least a big old high five? This postman in Australia, whom a homeowner says was caught on camera going the extra mile during a rainy day delivery. Verity Wandel of Brisbane says she was confused when she came home to find the laundry she'd hung up wasn't.
And I went, did I hang it out? I did hang it out. Am I going mad?
A check of her security camera revealed her postman, Jupreet Singh, had gently removed the hanging bed sheets while delivering a package to save them from being soaked during a downpour.
I just thought, he is just the kindest man. That is a beautiful thing for somebody to do.
Wanda was able to meet her laundry hero, who said it was no big deal, a sentiment the grateful homeowner disagrees with.
I would say this man deserves a raise. People need to know that there are good humans in this world.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Oh, what a sweet, sweet story there. 3 to know before you go on your Friday, though. The next time you are waiting for your Chipotle delivery, you may want to keep an eye on the sky. The fast casual restaurant chain announcing it has partnered with Zipline, a drone delivery service. Customers can place their order through the Zipline app, and then a drone will deliver it straight to your house. Right now, this delivery method is only available for a small number of customers in the Dallas, Texas area, but Chipotle expects to offer the service to more cities in the upcoming weeks. Pretty cool. The Southeastern Conference, meanwhile, is moving to a 9-game conference schedule starting in 2026, ending a years-long debate and potentially easing a path toward another expansion of the college football playoff. The SEC has played 8 conference games each season since 1992, when the conference expanded to 12 teams with the addition of Arkansas and South Carolina. The Atlantic Coast Conference still plays 8 league games. The Big 12 and the Big 10 already play 9. And then finally, the high school football season began last night across the Gulf Coast. And to help you prepare for tonight's game, sports director Emily Cochran and meteorologist Nicholas Hervoso are hosting Big Friday Kickoff. They will be live for the UMS Wright for the Battle of the Old Shell Road starting at 3 p.m. Nick, I know you're excited to be out there today.
Yeah, we're going to be dodging some storms possibly. Let's go ahead and get right to the radar. Right now, we already have some storms popping up, so that's what it looks like there, zooming into the coast. We're going to be watching this over the next few hours. We are live at 3 p.m. at UMS Wright. So we're going to be out there dealing with whatever we have to deal with. Here's what it looks like at 5 p.m. Futurecast model shows just a handful of showers and storms. Actually, 7 o'clock, we see some improving conditions. That's typically a trend. Around game time, we see less coverage of showers and thunderstorms. We're going to watch inland for some late evening storms. We'll have those details, of course, in more forecast updates. 7-day outlook, some drier air comes in. By the middle of next week, highs go from middle 90s to upper 80s. That could be a welcome change there. Morning temperatures drop into the 60s. That is quite a bit of a change. That is not something that we have seen in a while. Maybe something to look forward to there in the long-range forecast. Have the radar app for this afternoon. Fox 10 weather, search it on the App Store. That's going to be the best thing that you can use to keep track of the rain this afternoon and this evening. Yesterday's game was a little rainy.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, and I'm excited for another season of high school football. I can't believe it's already here, and excited to see y'all out there on the field tonight. But before we go, we do want to take a live look at the Ingalls Shipyard right now in Pascagoula. We're following breaking news there now. Doesn't look like we have a live look from there, but oh yeah, it is. Nick is saying it is. One person is dead. The shooter is in custody, we're told. We'll be following updates throughout the day. Our Stephen Moody was on scene this morning. Again, we're taking a live look at the Ingalls Shipyard. One person is dead in a shooting. We're told the shooter is in custody. We'll continue to bring you any and all updates right here on Fox 10 News throughout the day. We'll see you at 3.